Hey guys, I just want to put out some resources for crafters who may want to get involved making personal protective equipment for healthcare workers, firefighters, police officers, things like that. One of my friends actually posted on Facebook yesterday that she started making homemade masks for healthcare workers just using the materials she had around at home. Now, I am not a sewer. That's not what I do, but I know a lot of you guys out there are, so I wanted to give you some resources so that you could get involved if you feel like you have the ability and want to do that. So on the if you're wondering if it's allowable, first I just want to show the CDC site down below at the very bottom. It talks about when no face masks are available, which is where we're kind of getting. Options include, and we go all the way to the bottom, use of homemade masks. And you can research into that more and more, but you know, in light of using a used mask that may not protect very well, or using a t-shirt mask that you can make, I highly recommend you know, just making more masks just to see what we can do. So I saw this article in Forbes on Forbes.com yesterday. Is calling all people who sew and make. You can help make masks for 2020 healthcare worker PPE shortage. And so it goes into just a couple of different people across the country who are putting out, creating Facebook groups, and in other places, probably Reddit as well, where you can find patterns. Click onto this one here, and you can find like actual patterns for the face masks themselves. So it shows you kind of how to go about doing it, but I'm going to put links to every single thing down below so you guys can see that. Got that right there. Let's see here. Face mask pattern. So there is, hold on a second, face mask sewing pattern. This article here shows you how to do it, and you can see kind of an example of what to do. Sorry about the dogs barking there. There's a YouTube tutorial on how to sew a medical face mask. That's excellent, from Erica Arndt. I'm going to link to that down below as well. And you see here that in Providence, basically they are trying to inspire people, the 100 million mask challenge. One of the things that just popped out was that the government basically said that well, we just passed a law in which millions more masks can be available. So, like, industrial face masks can be used. If you're a crafter, or maybe you just do a lot of yard work at home, or maybe some woodworking. Maybe you've got a package of masks that you've used that are just like particulate masks that you use to just keep your, you know, from breathing in all the dust and whatnot that's about. Consider donating those to your local hospital, to your local firehouse, police department, because they can use those. Now, another thing that is being done that I think is awesome is using 3D printers to actually help with all this. Where is this? That's not there. Did I lose my... I may have lost my article. But anyway, there's a thing about... let me go back this way. I'm sorry, guys. There's a thing on this NBC News channel where 3D printers are actually being used to make equipment pieces for like ventilators, respirators, and things like that. Again, I'll link down below, but this Italian company basically is a 3D printing company, and they're making pieces for ventilators, for respirators, and whatnot, and they're doing it with just the products that they already have on hand. And they have patterns out there so that if you have the ability, the 3D printer and the supplies to make these objects, they're calling for people to do that. And in this article, there was also a link to a... Here it is. A link to a company called Copper 3D, and they were about to release this respirator mask patent, or they're about to get a patent for it. But they have released this pattern and everything, all the information on how to make one. They've released it publicly, free open source for you, for however you want to do it. But it requires a very special kind of filament, which you can look online for. You can read about this to find more. But this is more of an antibacterial, antiviral mask that can be reused. You can see where the filters go here. And this is actually, you put like just a regular, like a makeup filter, like a cotton type filter on those, which is easily changed. This is easily disinfected. From what I read about yesterday, they say that making one of these masks right now for the average person probably takes a couple of hours. So you can't make a ton of masks, but consider that these are not disposable. These are reusable. So that is something that if you know somebody that has a printer, maybe they can get involved with this and help out. So, but if you have any more suggestions down below, or leave your suggestions down below in the comments. Anything else that you guys have heard of would be fantastic. And there's Facebook groups out there as well. So all you got to do is Google. And if you Google, you will find people who are organizing others to help out, because we need to be making more PPE to keep our people safe, and also to help out with, just trying to restrict this as much as possible. So you guys take care, and we will talk soon.